Welcome to Market Day Report. You realize we're heading into a 3-day weekend this weekend. Yeah, Memorial Day weekend. So we'll trade on Friday, and then Monday we take the day off. So hopefully you're firing up a grill over the weekend. Okay, that's coming up in a moment. We'll talk about what you can put on the grill. But first off, let's look at our row crop commodities. How are we trading? Corn market is in the red. Now, corn has finished higher 3 consecutive sessions. 4.52 3/4 where we start the morning, down 2 3/4 cents. For soybeans, the new crop November has settled higher 4 straight sessions. It's down a couple of pennies at 10.50 1/4. Soy meal has been down 6.7% year to date, but higher across the board. And this market has been higher 3 straight sessions. Soy oil, but a little lower as we start the trade this morning, down almost a penny on most contracts. Wheat market, let's start with Chicago. July, 5.5 lower, 5.43 3/4, giving back some of the gains from yesterday. Spring wheat and also hard red winter wheat. You noticed hard red is in the red and spring is in the red as well. And the cotton market, it's down 53 points, 68.18. Tommy Grisafi's with Nesvick Trading. All right, Tommy. Also out with weekly export sales today. Thoughts?
Yeah, interesting. The markets are digesting. Oftentimes, Tony, where we trade overnight, that's not where 5 minutes after we open where we are. So we spent a lot of the night trading lower in grains, and now beans have come back. Corn spent this morning trading higher, and now it's currently close to lows. A lot of news overnight. Big moves in the dollar the last few days. Big moves in the 10-year yield. The 10-year yield touched 4.60. When the stock market had that big drop about 5 weeks ago, that they said was due to just the 10-year yield hitting 4.55. So interest rates are creeping up. Not a good sign for what we need here for anyone who needs to borrow money. Great sign for grandma who wants to stick a little money in the bank. But with that, we're having continued volatility. Although it sounds strange to say on the ag channel, yesterday's stock market move was very much affected by a 20-year note auction. We had an auction. We auction off bonds all the time. That's how we pay for this great country called America. The auction didn't go well, and that put the stock market into sell-off mode. We went from down 300 to down 900 in the Dow Jones in a matter of minutes, just based on a 10-year auction. So keep an eye on these outside markets. It's definitely going to pull into the commodities we trade so much here, just our normal everyday move. Now, with that, farmers are hoping for a weather market. They just don't want the bad weather to hurt them, my friend.
Yeah, we're also looking, U.S. dollar index is moving higher this morning, but again, below 100, so we're starting to see a pullback in that dollar. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back in a moment. We'll talk hogs and cattle. All ahead. Market Day Report continues in a moment. So cash cattle, we've got bids in the south at $220. No takers at this point, though we did sell a few earlier in the week at $219 in Kansas, but kind of deferred on the delivery. It's backed up 3 weeks. So again, that's kind of a strange one. In the north, $230 to $231, dressed $360 to $365. That's where we are on the cash side. So where are we on the futures side? Live cattle futures moving higher, $215.40. We're at the top of the trade range right now. It's still early, though. We've only been trading about 20 minutes this morning. $1.22 higher on the June and August at $210.20 is $1.55 higher. Feeder market. Feeders have been up 13.2% year to date. And as we look at what happened yesterday, kind of took a breather. Live cattle were higher yesterday, feeders lower, and now feeders rebounding. That May contract set to expire tomorrow. It's in the red, but $2 gain on the August, $298.45. Hog trade, what's happening? June, lower. July, up 12 at 102.65. August, 102.60. It's up 25 cents. Tommy Grisafi's with Nesvick Trading. Thoughts here?
Well, it's going to be interesting. Big grilling weekend. Of course, it's going to be cool across a lot of the Midwest. Folks hoping to get out to the lakes or do something fun. Maybe they'll have more time to grill because it's just going to be a little chilly across a lot of America. You never know with the weather. It could be a hot one this time of year, a little cooler. But with that, the cattle market walked right through that stock market sell-off we talked about in the first segment, how the stock market had a bad day yesterday. Cattle didn't care. Feeders were down a little, but they're coming right back here. And as I look over at my screens right now, the markets are trading close to the highs. A lot of strength in cattle, as you expressed. The cash market trading so much higher than the futures. Folks are wondering, will the futures catch up, or what's the story? Will the cash calm down? But the numbers are tight, and the cattle trade is the gift that keeps giving. Folks continue to protect using different tools to lock in a price. But I guess if someone would have known, we would have just stayed long cattle. But, Tony, I'm old enough to remember many years ago when those cattle dropped so hard and producers were losing $500-600 a head. Looks like it's the opposite of that right now, and hopefully the good times keep going in the cattle market.
All right, let's move from cattle to the energy markets. West Texas Intermediate has been under pressure, settled lower 3 straight sessions. Thoughts this morning on WTI?
Well, the other night we had a spike in the energy markets overnight just based on stuff going on in the Middle East and whatnot. And we've calmed down. So that spike from a few days ago, we're close to $3 lower than where we were just 24, 48 hours ago. They seem to be in that range, 55 to 65 in crude oil. We're a big driving weekend this weekend also, of course. We're going to use a lot of energy as Americans hit the roads and start traveling here for the summer months. I can tell you, walking around Nashville the last few days, there's no shortage of traffic and people getting out and having fun, Tony.
Yeah, gasoline futures are moving lower in trade this morning. We're looking at diesel. It's a little lower. And then nat gas, which has been under pressure as well, continues to move lower. It was down 6 straight sessions as we came in on Tuesday, and it settled higher. Since then, we've returned back to the red, and we're trading near 5-week lows in nat gas. Tommy Grisafi's with Nesvick Trading joins us here on a Thursday morning.